What is up, guys, and welcome back for the Week 3 of the DTC Season 3 Draft League B-League. Yes, that is a mouthful. I'm your man, MetaMech. This week, very excited to finally get into it. Spoiler alert, if you didn't see the first 2 weeks, we are 0-2 at this point, but I'm very excited for this week's battle. I'm very, very determined, just like my thumbnails say, to get a victory, and hopefully we can make that happen for you people today, because I know you guys want to see me win just as much as I want to win. At least I hope so. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this team preview. I know these things take a while, but nobody's making you wait through them. So there is going to be a, no, over there somewhere, there is going to be a timestamp. Go ahead and click to that. You can skip the team preview if you so choose to do so. But this is week 3, like I said, and in this week, we are going to be taking on the the Vegas Golden Escavaliers, coached by my man Scythe. And let me go ahead and show you guys his team. Make sure you go ahead and show him your love and support. He does have a YouTube channel. Make sure you click the link in the description, check him out, subscribe to him, show that man the love like we all love to do. But boom, there's his team. Like I said, the Vegas Golden Escavaliers. He's rocking with the Pokemon that he can potentially bring to this battle is Victini. Victini was his first selection. Victini is a very strong Pokemon that can be used in a lot of different ways. Obviously, it's a very good counter to my Uber pick, which was Solgaleo, because it does outspeed, it does have a higher base speed, and it has super effective Fire-type stat. Victini is very strong. It can be offensive, defensive. It can be a special attacker. It can be a physical attacker. This thing has been pretty difficult to prep for. As always, the Ubers can be very difficult ones to prep for. Like I said, it can be utilized in a lot of different ways, and it is a better matchup against our Ubers. So it is very problematic, and you could, like I said, make it physical or special. Fire and psychic type can really do a lot of different things. One thing, before we get too far into this, as you can see, take a look at his team. I know you guys know a lot of my mons that I could potentially bring this battle. Victini, though, is the fastest Pokemon that he has on his team at base 100 speed. Now, we have Thundurus Incarnate that's faster than 100. We have Zeraora that's faster than 100. And a lot of his mons, Cursula. Cursula and Steelix, obviously, are very slow Pokemon. And obviously, with base 100 being his fastest one, something I have not yet faced in a competitive draft league situation is a Trick Room team. Now, he hasn't ran Trick Room in his first 2 weeks, but that is something that I am concerned about potentially happening. And Victini also does learn Trick Room. So that's something that we do have to look out for. And hopefully, you know, we can prevent that from happening. But if it does, hopefully we can work around it. But yeah, Victini, very scary. Kieran Black, absolutely insane, busted, broken physical attack, man. The second overall pick. The Dragon and Ice type gets really strong physical moves across the board. And obviously, it gets, like Bolt Strike and Fusion Bolt. And obviously, really strong Ice type moves, really strong Dragon type moves. It is decently fast, 95 speed. Thankfully, Solgaleo is a okay matchup for this thing. Now, if he starts setting up Dragon Dances, that could be pretty scary. But Solgaleo does outspeed if we bring Solgaleo to the battle, that is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And also, Solgaleo does have super effective Steel-type moves where we do resist Dragon, we do resist Ice with Solgaleo. So Solgaleo is a decent matchup for Kieran Black, so hopefully we can avoid too much of a problem there. Like I said, if he starts setting Dragon Dances somehow, if we allow that to happen, that could be very, very scary. Mega Steelix, the man himself, the very bulky, just insane bulk, especially on the physical side. This thing is an absolute wall. Could be a huge problem. It is a Stealth Rocks user. That's another thing we have to look out for, the Steel and Ground type. But yeah, man, he can make this thing insanely slow. It could be really strong in Trick Room, like I said, especially with Gyro Ball. If you put like no speed in this thing, it's going to do a lot of damage to things, even where otherwise that are pretty defensive mons you wouldn't think it would do that much damage to, but it does. Obviously, really strong stat Earthquake, which is super effective on Solgaleo, so Solgaleo is not really the best matchup for the Steelix. That's something that, you know, we have to keep an eye out for. Next up, he's got Rillaboom. Rillaboom to help him with the ground-type weakness that he has with Victini and Mega Steelix, because Grass-type does resist ground. It's a very solid utility mon. I actually haven't faced one yet, so I don't know like a ton about it. It could put up grassy terrain, even though this is the Overgrow Rillaboom. We do not have access to the grassy terrain Rillaboom. So this is Overgrow Rillaboom, so we don't have to worry about grassy terrain coming out as soon as he switches in, but he could set it up. Otherwise, he doesn't really get a lot of setup moves, but he does hit pretty decently hard. He's got pretty good coverage. Just pure grass type. He does get access to Fake Out and does get access to Knockoff, so those are things we have to keep an eye out for. Otherwise than that, you know, pretty straightforward grass type with strong Wood Hammer, things like that, physical. So that's something we have to look out for. Next up is Gardevoir, another Mon that could get access to Trick Room if he so chooses to put Trick Room. Victini and Gardevoir both learn Trick Room, so those are two potential Mons he could set up Trick Room if it runs at. Like I said, he didn't in Week 1 or Week 2. Maybe he decides to do it today because he does know that we potentially way outspeed him, and he's got slow Mons on his team. We don't know. But Gardevoir could be a cleric. It does get a Heal Bell. It also is a pretty strong special attacker. A lot of people might run Choice Scarf on it. Thankfully, Solgaleo does one-shot this thing with Sunsteel Strike if we bring Solgaleo once again. I keep going back and forth between Solgaleo and Solgaleo. I don't know how to properly pronounce, so I apologize that I'm bouncing all over the place. You guys know how I am. I'm excited. I'm hyper. This is how I am. But anyway, yes, Gardevoir, Psychic, and Fairy type, so Solgaleo pretty walls that. I mean, Mystical Fire, he could run that on it, which would do some decent damage, but like I said, we should outspeed, especially with our Choice Scarf, and have no problems there at all to take care of it. But it does get access to Heal Bell and could potentially be a problem with some other things that it could hit really hard on the special side that aren't the best specially defensive Mons if we chose to bring them. Next up, he's got Cursula. Now, this thing is very, very scary because you can utilize it in a lot of different ways. He has not brought this thing to either of his Week 1 or Week 2 battle. Cursula does have a very, very poor physical defense stat. But if it can make up for that, it can go for Focus Sash, it can use Will-O-Wisp, it can go for Strength Sap, it can start being a real problem. Thankfully, Araquanid, if we chose to bring Araquanid, cannot get burned with its water availability, so that's something that's good. But we really don't want to start letting this thing firing off Will-O-Wisps and Strength Saps, so could be very, very problematic. And not even on top of that, that doesn't even bring into the situation that it's just insanely strong special attacker. So he could be a support Mon, he could be a defensive one with Stealth Rocks and with Will-O-Wisp and Strength Sap, or he could just be a straight-up special attacking monster because the special attack is like through the freaking roof, man. It really is. So that's very scary. It is very slow, once again, so under Trick Room could put in a lot of work. He could rock Focus Sash to make Focus Sash and Weak Armor to make up for, obviously, its really slow physical defense. And if he maxes speed, if he's a max speed Cursula, even if you break him down to Sash and then he gets Weak Armor off, then he's going to outspeed my Solgaleo. That's Choice Card. So that just goes to show you how much of a problem this thing could be if you hit it with a physical type move, let its Weak Armor go off, and if it's rocking Focus Sash. I really don't know how he wants to use this thing because he hasn't brought it to Week 1 or Week 2, so it's kind of been just driving me nuts, as you guys know. I don't really know. Hopefully we have a good plan for it, but it is what it is. It is just a pure ghost type. Once again, it can be utilized in a lot of different ways. Next up, we got Cloyster. Everybody knows Cloyster. Cloyster is the water and ice type. Very strong physical defense. Not the best special defense, but this thing is famous for... it also gets Rapid Spin, so if we put up any hazards or anything, you can Rapid Spin them away if he chooses to bring him to the battle. But he did bring Cloyster in Week 1 and Week 2. And also, it is famous for its Shell Smash abilities. Shell Smash with this thing could be very problematic if you don't have ways to deal with it. I'm very curious because he did not run Focus Sash on Week 1 or Week 2 with his Cloyster. He ran White Herb, I believe. So I know he doesn't want to lower his defenses, which, you know what, he can do that if he wants to. But if you hit him with one special attacking move that's super effective, it could pretty much do the damage before you even get a chance to run Shell Smash because you don't have Focus Sash. So we'll see if he changes that up. Now, I mean, here's something I didn't even really consider. He could be max specially defensive invested, then he gets off a Shell Smash, and if he's max special defense, max HP, then maybe he's going to live those special moves he otherwise wouldn't live. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. Next up, he's got Electivire. So here's where Electivire could be a very problematic thing to face here in this battle. Electivire is a pure Electric type, but it does get a lot of coverage moves. It gets Earthquake, which gets Solgaleo. It gets Ice Punch, which could hit Gliscor pretty darn hard. So it gets a lot of coverage moves. It could be a huge threat, but it gets access to its ability Motor Drive. So whereas I like to potentially have the opportunity with Thundurus Incarnate to just start spamming Prankster Boosted Thunder Waves, I really don't want to let this thing get a speed boost because of that if I hit it with a Prankster Boosted Thunder Wave. So if he brings Electivire, that is going to make me very cautious about firing off my Thunder Waves because I really don't want to let that thing get an increase in speed and then go from there, especially if he's already Choice Scarfed, then look out. So next up, he's got Phalanx. Phalanx, I don't really know how it's pronounced. This thing does get no retreat, which could make it pretty problematic. It does get priority, what's that move called? First Impression. So that is something he could do to break potential focus sashes on mons like Thunderous Incarnate, if he chooses to do that. It does not have the best special defense, so if we can hit it with a pretty strong special defensive move that's super effective, we should be able to one-shot it, hopefully before it gets up a no retreat, and then makes it, you know, once again, more problematic to deal with. Next up, it is just pure fighting type as well, so it pretty much is one of those mons you know what you get. They also get its Defiant ability. It gets, you know, it gets some decent coverage moves. It does get Poison Jab, but like I said, once you get that no retreat up, it could really potentially be problematic. And hopefully we don't allow that to happen. Next up, he's got Unfezant. Unfezant, I don't think he did bring it to either of one of his week 1 or week 2 battles. So that is... But it's there. It's a defogger. It could be an offensive pivot. It does get U-turn. Brave Bird could hit pretty hard. It does not have very good special defense. But, you know... but otherwise, it is what it is. It's just an offensive pivot. It just gives him access to defog. I imagine that's what it's there for. But I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it to week 1 or week 2. So... we'll just have to deal with it our best we can when we get there, if he brings it. And then moving on to the last and final mon he could potentially bring to the battle is Leauge, Bug and Grass type. It does get access to sticky webs, and webs could be very critical in this battle because we do have a lot of mons with very similar speeds, and that sticky webs, if he managed to get it up, could be the difference in us outspeeding or it outspeeding. For instance, let's see, Electivire is base 95 speed, Gliscor is base 95 speed, so... And then also Kieran Black has base 95 speed. Obstagoon has base 95 speed. So that webs could be the difference between us outspeeding or them outspeeding. Otherwise, it's just a speed tie if we all run max speed on them. Now, good news is Solgaleo, with its full metal body ability, is immune to the effects of sticky webs. So we got that going for us if we choose to bring Solgaleo. Thunderous is a flying type. Gliscor is a flying type. So those are 3 mons that potentially could be immune to the effects of sticky web. So I guess we wouldn't have to worry about it with Gliscor. So... you can forget I said that, but Obstagoon, it could be the difference between Obstagoon, Electivire, and Kieran Black if we or he brings those monsters to the battle. Other than that, it is quad weak to fire, it is quad weak to flying if we have those moves, but it does get pretty decent physical attack. It does actually get knockoff, I think. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, Leap Blade is going to hit pretty hard. We do outspeed it. Thankfully, it's base 93 speed, so we do outspeed it with quite a few things. Gliscor outspeeds it with 95, Obstagoon outspeeds it with 95 if we bring those monsters to the battle. But without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys my team over here that we are going to go ahead and bring to the battle. Where we at though? Boom! There it is. As you guys can see, this is our team, DTC Draft League Week 3. We are bringing our team captain, Sydney the Solgaleo. By the way, if you want to know where I got our name my name, spoiler alert, I just did a random name generator. And I tried to go... you know, gender neutral for Solgaleo because it can't be a gender. So we are rocking our famous Choice Scarf set on our Solgaleo with the full metal body ability, Sunsteel Strike. I don't know why, guys, I keep calling it Sunsteel Spike, which is a Dynamax Steel move, but Sunsteel Strike is what it is. Hopefully I can get that correct today. And Knockoff, and Fire Blast and Psychic. Why am I running Fire Blast and Psychic on this man instead of more physical type moves? Well, the point is Fire Blast is just to give me a backup option potentially to hit the Mega Steelix pretty hard. And Psychic gives me an option to hit the Cloyster pretty hard on the special side, and the Phalanx on the special side because those mons don't have as good a special defense. Cloyster's got really good physical defense, so gives me opportunity to hit it with Psychic, and Phalanx is one shot with Psychic. Now, how did I do the EVs? I decided last week I ran Jolly. This week I wanted to. I was looking at the teams. He only has. What's the name? Gardevoir and Cursor are both special attackers, but we outspeed both those and should one-shot them unless they're rocking Focus Sash or something like that. And Victini could also be a special attacker, but I really don't like that matchup anyway unless I know I outspeed it and can take it down in one hit with a knockoff. So I really don't want to leave it in against the Victini unless I absolutely have to. We could live a hit. Special attack? Most likely not. If he's special attack invested, we will not live. Physical move, we could be able to live that. But I ran, instead of Jolly, down in a special attack, I went down in special defense, because like I said, I really don't expect him to be taking a lot of special defensive moves. I didn't want to be down in special attack to help me with things, like I said, with the Cloyster and the Phalanx with our special attacking moves. So I went 240 base speed with a plus speed nature, just specifically to make sure that I outspeed the Kieran Black if it is a max speed variant. Obviously, I'm Choice Scarf, so I'm going to outspeed it anyway. However, if he Choice Scarfs it or gets up one Dragon Dance, we will still outspeed it. So that's why I put 240 in speed, put 18 in max attack, of course, and then the rest of it in special attack to help with Psychic and Fire Blast, things like that. Fire Blast also does hit the Rillaboom, but Sunsteel Strike does about the same amount of damage, so I probably won't risk that with that one because I don't want to, risk missing with Fire Blast. I chose Fire Blast over Flamethrower because I need a little bit more base power, so could be problematic if we need to go for a Fire Blast on the Mega Steelix and we miss. Could be problematic, like I said, but that's pretty much what it's there for. Sunsteel Strike could OHKO the Kyurem Black from full if he's got no HP investment. If he's max speed, max attack, which a lot of times they are, it could OHKO, but it's a good chance he will live. I will live an Earthquake from it at base attack. I will live an Earthquake, so that is something we don't have to worry about if you choose to run Earthquake on it. But I have some plans and stuff like that to stop potentially setting up with Dragon Rage or Dragon Dance and being a problem. But next up, we have Thundurus Incarnate rocking out with the Focus Sash. Roger the Thundurus Incarnate. They are always male, so I had to go with the male names. We got Roger the Thundurus Incarnate with the Prankster ability, of course. Now, I'm rocking Taunt on this thing for a lot of reasons. Taunt to potentially stop Trick Room on Victini. This is my designated lead, by the way. Taunt to stop Trick Room on Victini. Taunt to stop Will-O-Wisp or Strength Sap or Stealth Rocks, anything like that on Cursla. Taunt to stop Trick Room on Gardevoir. Taunt to stop Stealth Rocks on the Mega Steelix. Things like that. That's what I'm... Taunt to stop Sticky Webs on the Leauge, and we will outspeed him with our Prankster ability. Thunder Wave, yes, because of course Thunder Wave would be very, very nice if I could land a Thunder Wave on the Kyurem Black or the Victini just to make sure that we outspeed those things. That would be very nice, but once again, if he brings Electivire, I'm going to be a lot more cautious about that. Now, I'm also rocking Protect on this. I'm not having the Stab Thunderbolt, as you guys can see. I need a drink of water, by the way. This team preview, as always, is going a lot longer than I originally would want them to do. But I'm not rocking Thunderbolt because Thunderbolt really doesn't do a whole lot for me against this team, except for against the Cloyster, but I have other options for that, as you guys will see here later. So Protect is to stop the Rillaboom or the Phalanx from their leads and going for First Impression or Fake Out to break my Sash. So I have Protect for that reason. And I can also use it potentially to scout something if I'm in a situation where I think it could be useful and I don't think they're going to set up on me. And then U-Turn, because Thundurus Incarnate, like I said, outspeeds everything on his team that is not choiced. Even Victini as fast as mine. Thundurus Incarnate will outspeed. So I have U-Turn to help me potentially get momentum and stuff like that. U-Turn just to get... like I said, momentum and to hit him on the physical side. U-Turn's going to be crucial against the Kyurem Black. It could be crucial against the Rillaboom. It could be crucial against the Leauge. It could be crucial in a lot of different situations. It's going to be crucial against the Cloyster because, if I think they are rocking Focus Sashes, it will break the Sash on the Cloyster and then allow me to switch out to my option to take it out in one shot before the thing sets up with Shell Smash. And then also to help me to one-shot the Kyurem Black. If he leads Kyurem Black, I will U-Turn out, and it'll do just enough damage to where between U-Turn and Sunsteel Strike on Solgaleo, we should one-shot it, and that's hopefully my plan there. And then U-Turn's obviously just a nice pivot thing to have potentially to help me get momentum into a better situation. Next up on the team, we got Shauna the Araquanid rocking out with the Mystic Water and the Water Bubble ability. Now, I ran Mystic Water in this thing just to make its already broken Water-type moves hit even harder because it really is what I needed to make sure that if I'm in the situation against the Victini, that I will OHKO with Liquidation. Because if he is max HP with no defensive investment, Liquidation should be a guaranteed one-shot, but again, that's with no defensive investment. So if he puts even a little bit of defensive investment, he could live. Now, I don't like the fact that he could live. So I went with Mystic Water to help me to make sure I one-shot that thing. Hopefully it doesn't get knocked off. And I also have Araquanid there to help me take down the Mega Steelix. And as you guys can see, I'm not rocking an Adamant Nature Araquanid. I'm rocking a Brave Nature Araquanid. And that is for one reason only, to make sure that my Scald is not down in its ability to hit things like the Mega Steelix. And so Scald is a two-shot on the Mega Steelix, so is Liquidation for that matter, but Scald might be better to help me fish for burns, especially if he starts somehow getting defense boost with Curse and things like that. Scald will help me out there. And I've also got Leech Life, which will help against things like the Rillaboom and things like that. And also might be nice to just start firing off Scalds to potentially get a burn on something that he's got no mods with Guts, so I don't need to worry about that. And then I've also got Sticky Web there, as you guys can see. Sticky Webs could be really nice. I would love to get Sticky Webs off here, but I'm not leading Araquanid, so if we get to the point where I can put Araquanid and safely get the sticky webs off, then for sure I would love to go for sticky webs, but it's not necessarily crucial to my plan, so I'm not leading with it and, like, you know, going to try and get it off no matter what, like I did with the Gliscor last week with Stealth Rocks, which didn't work out, as you guys could see. But next up, we are max HP invested and max attack, and then with the rest of it in defense, down in speed, like I said. Next up, we got Jacqueline, the Gliscor here, holding the Toxic Orb once again for that Poison Heal ability, just to help me get a little bit of health after every single turn. Now, I have Defog on here in case he does get up rocks, in case he does get up Sticky Webs or something like that. And yes, it will remove my Sticky Webs. It will remove my Stealth Rocks. As you see, I have Stealth Rocks on Gliscor, but once again, I'm not leading him. Thunderous Incarnate is my designated lead. I would love, love, love to get Stealth Rocks off if I could at some point, but I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket again like I did last week. So, we have Defog, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, which Earthquake is going to hit the Victini pretty hard. It's not an OHKO, but it is an OHKO on the Electivire. And it's just a nice coverage move. Obviously, it's Stab. And it'll do a chunk on Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is very, very bulky on the physical side. It will do a decent little chunk on the Kieran Black if we're able to hit it. And then obviously it's the strongest move with Stab being with the Stab. And then you turn once again to help us potentially get momentum. We are base 95 speed, so it is a speed tie if he's max speed with the Kieran Black, and it is a speed tie if he's max speed with the Electivire. But we do outspeed the Leauge, so that is crucial. We do outspeed the Leauge, so we can you know, play around with that. But I put max speed, like I said, to make that happen down in special attack because we're not going to be special attacking. And I put 116 into attack because, for one reason only, it makes it to where if he's max HP on the Victini, Earthquake is a 2-hit kill. It is a 2-hit knockout if he's max HP on the Victini. Now, if he's -1 in defense from the V-Create, if he's rocking the physical Victini set with V-Create, if he's -1 in defense, Earthquake has a chance to one-hit him. So it's the nice middle ground, I think, because under no situation, not even an adamant max attack Gliscor is going to one-shot Victini with Earthquake just because Victini's got 100 base defense and 100 HP, so it's pretty bulky. So it's like, instead of trying to one-hit it, which I'm not going to be able to do, I'll just make sure that I can guarantee two-shot it. So, and give me a chance to one-shot it if he does go for V-Create. But then next up, moving on to the next one, we got Melissa, the Comfey here, still rocking out with pretty much an identical set to the one we ran last week. And we got Life Orbed to boost our attacks and Triage to give us a +3 priority to our moves, Draining Kiss and Giga Drain. Now, Draining Kiss is here to help me against the Kieran Black. Once again, we have a +3 priority. If he does start setting up with the Kieran Black with Dragon Dance, it will help us to do some decent damage to it. It doesn't do a lot because, once again, it's only a base 50 move, and Comfey's base special attack is not like that insanely high. But that's what it's there for. Giga Drain, once again, for the Cloyster. So we have Life Orb, Giga Drain on the Cloyster, so we should be able to one-shot it, and if we break its Focus Sash, things like that with U-Turn on Thunderous Incarnate, then we don't have to worry about it. And then either way, even if he does Shell Smash, we still outspeed with Triage ability. And then Synthesis, just to help me restore some HP. It is priority, but Synthesis. And once again, Aromatherapy, just in case we need to, you know, heal like a burn or a paralysis on Solgaleo or something like that. So that's what we're rocking Aromatherapy for there. And then next up, we have Perry, the Zeraora. Otherwise, Comfey does not do really too much in the battle. It's just there to help on the Kieran Black and the Cloyster and the Phalanx. It does also one-shot the Phalanx with Draining Kiss because, once again, Phalanx does not have the best special defense. And also, we'll outspeed him, once again, with its +3 priority if he is under no retreat or anything like that. Next up, we're rocking Perry the Zeraora with the Choice Band. Yes, the Choice Band. Volt Absorb ability, I went Choice Band because I really don't need the speed, because, once again, it will outspeed everything on his team. Unless he's Choice Scarfed, it won't outspeed them, but how many Choice Scarfs are going to rock? He might run one Choice Scarf Mon, so we'll have to figure out how to play around with that. But Choice Band, just to give him that damage, man, because he puts out so much damage in this battle with the Choice Band. It's absolutely insane. As you guys can see, I only had to put 28 EVs into speed. A max speed, a Jolly Nature, max speed Victini, which is his fastest Pokemon. I only need to put 28 EVs into speed to make sure that I outspeed that thing. So the rest of it I can put into maxing my attack with the Adamant Nature and then into HP to help me live moves. Now, Plasma Fist obviously is there just to be a strong stab move. But in the biggest situations against the Victini, against the Kieran Black, against the Mega Steelix, I have other moves to hit those things. Like, knockoff is going to do, Choice Banded knockoff to a Victini should do like 2/3 of its health or more. So it's going to do a ton of damage to that thing. And then low kick. Now, a lot of people run close combat on Zeraora, and I was considering running close combat until I found out that low kick against the Kieran Black, fighting is super effective, and against the Mega Steelix, those are both maxed out in heaviness. So low kick will do the same amount of damage to them as close combat would, and it's not going to lower my defensive stats. So that's why I rock with low kick. Now, low kick should be, unless he's max defense invested, low kick, if he's max HP, max attack, Mega Steelix, which a lot of Mega Steelixes are, low kick should two-shot him. And if he's max attack, max speed, Kieran Black, low kick should one-shot him with the choice band. That's what I'm saying. This thing does 2/3 of health to Victini, one-shots that Kieran Black does, should be a two-shot on Mega Steelix. I'm very hopeful that I can get him on a switch-in with Mega Steelix, potentially going for a Plasma Fist, and then I just do insane damage to this thing with a low kick. But yeah, low kick is if he's max attack, max speed, Kieran Black, low kick is like 93.8% chance to one-shot it. So either way, like I said, it's just going to do insane amount of damage to things. And then knockoff is just going to hit anything really, really hard because it's choice banded. And then fire punch is just pretty much coverage for the Leauge and for the Cloyster. So that's the team. I think this team, like I said, like I always do, guys, I put a lot of prep, a lot of calculations, a lot of thought into this team. I think this team gives us the best chance to win. It is the same 6 Pokemon that we brought last week. Hopefully, you know what, that doesn't prove, too much of an issue. And once again, we are sitting here with about a 27-minute team preview. So if you guys stay and you watch this whole thing, you know what, nobody's asking you to, but if you do, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. But I like to do the team preview there. It's there in case people want to watch it, but if you don't, you can skip it. But that pretty much wraps up everything here, and I will see you guys in the battle. So wish me luck, because we really, really need to get a W and get in the win column. But I'll see you guys in the battle. All right, guys, once again, we are back. I forgot to mention the 6 Pokemon I think he's going to bring to the battle, in case you're curious. I haven't thought a ton about it, but I would definitely say Victini, Kieran Black, Mega Steelix, Cloyster, and Electivire. Those 5, I feel like those are the 5 he's most definitely likely to bring. After that, I could see maybe Gardevoir, Cursula. I really don't know who the 6th member could be. Maybe Leauge, because like I said, Sticky Webs could be critical here. But, if he's planning on Trick Room, then you don't really need Sticky Webs, so he could be anybody. But like I said, Victini, Kieran Black, Mega Steelix, Cloyster, Electivire, those 5 I think are like most for sure that if I were him, those are the 5 I would probably bring for sure. And then the 6th one really could be anyone. I really don't know. But like I said, once again, wish me luck in the battle. I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys, what is up? And welcome back to the battle. Here we are against the man Scythe. Like I said before, the link for his channel is going to be down in the description. So make sure you click on that link and show him the love. But look at his team here. He brought the 6 that I literally predicted, so hopefully we can do okay here. He brought Mega Steelix, Kieran Black, Leauge, Victini, Cloyster, and Electivire. So who is my dedicated lead here? My dedicated lead here is Thundurus Incarnate. Like I said, guys, hopefully, you know what? Oh, man, I want to win so bad. But at the very least, at the end of the day, hopefully I don't just look back. Hopefully I don't look back and say, like, I could have done this differently. You know what I mean? Like, even if we don't come out on top, hopefully I feel confident in every decision I made at the given time. You know what I mean? But there's the Mega Steelix. This is fine. This is absolutely 100% fine. We're going to taunt it. You're not getting any rocks off on me, buddy. And if you want to read it, and if he just goes for the attack, you know what? That's perfectly fine. We will deal with that. We're going to taunt it. No Stealth Rock shenanigans on me. There's the Rock Slide. It does not OHKO us. That's perfectly fine. I am going to go for the U-turn. If he stays in, I'm probably going to Araquanid. Okay, he stayed in. Yeah, I'm definitely 100% going to Araquanid. And Rock Slide does a lot to me. Oh, that was a good... Oh, this is not good, guys. Scald's not going to do enough damage to him. Scald is not going to do enough damage to him. You know what? Rock Slide is a good bring. Rock Slide was a good bring. It's nice to pivot that out and keep going for that. So, I could go for Liquidation to try and get a defense drop. I could go for Scald. I should outspeed this thing. 174. I am 108. So he could... Can you imagine, that he outspeeds me? That would be not a great start to the battle at all. That would not be a great start to the battle at all. So he's going to go for Rock Slide. That's going to do nothing, so I could go out to Solgaleo, but then what do I do on the next turn? Because Fire Blast isn't going to one-shot him. I think I just go for Scald and try and fish for burns now, guys. I really kind of want to go for Sticky Webs. Wow. He's got to be max attack with that doing that much damage to me. I'm going to go for the Scald. Okay, switch out into the Electivire. That's fine. Can we get a burn? We get the burn, baby. That's what I like to see. We get the burn. Okay, now that he's burned, who do we want to go out to? He might read the Gliscor play and go for an Ice Punch, but he's burned. So, like, I really just want to, like, I think we live, man. I kind of think we live. Okay, I'm gonna do a calc here. I know you guys hate this. Okay, but we are Arachnid. This is our set. Let's go Electivire. Let's assume he is, I don't know, we'll say he's Choice Scarf. But instead, we're going to give him Adamant Nature, and Wild Nature does a lot of damage to us, but let's say he's burned. How do I calculate the burn in there? There it is, Healthy. I don't know, this is probably messing up the screen there. So he could probably still one-shot us here. He most likely still one-shots us here. So I'm going to go back to the battle. I'm going to make sure everything looks good here. Yeah, everything looks good here. He's burned. Who do we Oko him with? I kind of want to go out to Solgaleo. And then just fire off a fat knockoff on something. Let's go out to Solgaleo. There's the Ice Punch, yeah. He got the freeze, though. Are you kidding me? That is very unfortunate. I was literally thinking that he could get the freeze, and then it just happened. Okay. I got one play here, and one play only. He's going to go out to something that can deal with the Solgaleo. Oh, man, this is very unfortunate, man. This is very, very, very unfortunate. Oh, goodness gracious, man. That's just very unfortunate, guys. See, because I want to go out to Comfey and then go for Aromatherapy, but if he reads the switch and he goes out into the Victini very well could one-shot us. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so many calcs, guys. I'm going to go back out into Victini. Choice Scarf, Victini does not one-shot us with V-Create. But if he's Choice Banded, then he will. What do I do, guys? What do I freaking do, man? Let's go back here. How much does an Ice Punch do to me if he's burned? How much does an Ice Punch do to me if he's burned? Gliscor should be right here. Electivire. Man, that is just very unfortunate, man. That is just very unfortunate. Ice Punch does have a chance to one-shot me, but if he is burned... It does under half. That just really sucks, guys. That really, really sucks. Going out into Comfey. He stays in. Earthquake does not do too much. This is good. This is good. I can freely get off an Aromatherapy now. Man, that freeze was very unfortunate, guys. That freeze was very, very unfortunate. That blows, man. That blows so badly, guys. But that's what we have Aromatherapy for. I'm going to get it off free. Solgaleo will not be frozen anymore. Thankfully, he did not read that switch and go out into Victini. Maybe he just didn't want to risk me unthawing and going for a knockoff. Unfortunate, man. That is some unfortunate RNG, guys. That is some unfortunate RNG. Oh, my gosh. That's blows. That blows. He could go off. Okay, Mega Steelix, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go for Aromatherapy. And he could get off Roxir. That is definitely something he could do. But I'm going to go out into Gliscor. Yeah, there's Stealth Rocks. So, that being said, he could have Ice Fang. Does This Ice Fang one-shot me from here. Guys, I swear I do so many calcs before the battle, but then, like, the battle comes, and, like... So all we've seen him go for so far is... Let's get rid of this. Let's max attack. I hate that I'm doing this, guys. I really, really hate that I'm doing this, but, like, I just so badly want to win. I so badly want to win. Ice Fang does not one-shot us, guys. Max attack. Ice Fang does not one-shot us. So, in that case, I'm going for Stealth Rocks. He switches out into the Cloister. Frost Breath, I did this calc, does not one-shot us either. So, but I don't want him to set up a... I got to deal with the rocks for now, guys. I really got to deal with the rocks. So I'm going to go for U-turn to break his Sash. I'm going back out into Comfy. Icicle Spear, that's going to one-shot Comfy probably, it looks like. And a crit definitely is going to one-shot me now. Okay, that's not great. That's not great at all. I kind of just want to go for out to Zeraora and go for a Choice Banded Low Kick here. Now I could bluff Thunderous, but he'll have what is it? He'll have Ice Shard. I could go out into Solgaleo and go for a Psychic, but I don't know if it Okos from here. Let's go Cloister. I hate that I'm doing this, guys. I swear I did these calcs before the battle, but Psychic does 84.6 to 100. So as long as we don't get a low roll, we should, but unless he's Special Defense invested. If he's Special Defense invested, then I'm going to be very, very upset. What about Zeraora? Cloister, Low Kick. Low Kick could take him down from here, but I don't think he risks the Plasma Fist. I really don't think he risks the Plasma Fist. So I think he would probably switch. So let's go out into... let's see, Electivire. And how much does Low Kick do to him? Low Kick does a lot. So I think my best play is to go out into... How much does it do? How much does the Psychic do? 84.6 to 100. You know what? I think that's my safer play. That's my safer play, so we're just going to go out to the Solgaleo. And I'm going to go for a Psychic here. And hit something. Sunsteel Strike, how much does that do? I don't think it does enough. Sunsteel Strike to a Cloister, yeah, does not do enough. So, I kind of want to... Man, Fire Blast would be a nice read. How much does Fire Blast do? Fire Blast does up to 81.7%. So Fire Blast could be the move if he goes out into the Mega Steelix. I'm going for Fire Blast. We land. He sets up spikes. So, I kind of want to read the switch here and go out into Roger. But I'm not. I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast. He switches out. So as long as we land, we take out the Electivire, which is nice. So the Electivire's down. So if we can get Thunderous Incarnate in, he will survive. Okay. He knows I'm probably choiced, but I outspeed both of those mons anyway, so he does not know for a fact that I'm choiced. I guess I let Thunderous Incarnate go down here, guys. Yeah, because... I guess I let Thunderous Incarnate go down here. That's 100% what I do. I let Thunderous Incarnate go down here. But we live. Searing Shot. Okay, so he is the special one. So he is the special one. He's not leftover, so I do think he's probably Choice Scarfed. Do I live a Searing Shot? I probably do. He is Choice Scarfed, I'm assuming. Let's give him a Modest, and we're going to max him in Special Attack. And I'm going to put Searing Shot on here. I know I've calced this, guys. I know I have. Searing Shot does not do anything to me. It does 56.9%. You know what? What about Gliscor? I kind of want to go out into Gliscor. You know what? Let's put Hidden Power Ice on this thing. You know what? Let's not. Let's go out into Gliscor, and we'll do Victini. But I think he's Choice Scarf, guys. Let's once again take this out. 252, and... Oh, wait, we had him with the wrong nature. Probably. Do we have the wrong nature on... No, we changed the nature. So... Victini's Searing Shot does up to 69% of our health, but we could get a defog off. We could very well get a defog off. What about Hidden Power Ice? That probably doesn't take us out either. Hidden Power Ice does have a chance to take us out, but I think he's probably Choice Scarfed. The way he went out into that thing leads me to think it's probably Choice Scarfed. So... I want to get a defog off, man. I really just want to get a defog off. So I'm going to go for defog, but it's going to take the rocks off of his side. But we got the damage on the Victini, which is what I really needed. Okay, so I'm going to go for defog here. So we know he's White Herb. So I outspeed him, and a... What's it called? A Frost... You guys know, the priority Ice-type move does not take me down from here. So I'm just going to fire off a Fat Earthquake, because I know that's going to take this thing down. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. We can still do this. Kieran Black. Now this is a speed tie, guys. This is a speed tie. This is a speed tie. Do we need Gliscor here? Do we need Gliscor here? Do we need Gliscor here? Zero Aura should take out the Victini with a knockoff. He's at 76%. And Victini knockoff does 92 to 108.5. If he does not have the HP investment. But let's take those away and let's do max HP. 77.7. So it should. It should one-shot. So I kind of want to just go... I'm gonna go U-turn to potentially break a Focus Sash on this thing if we outspeed. If we don't outspeed, you know what? Then GG. I'm gonna go for U-turn. We do win the speed tie. That's perfect. I'm gonna go out into Solgaleo. Freeze Dry did nothing to me. If he gets another he's Life Orbed. He's Life Orbed. Okay, that is good to know. That is good to know. So I don't even think an Earthquake takes me down from here, so I kind of just want to go knockoff. Actually, how much does Fire Blast do? So we know he's Life Orbed. Do I try to overpredict, or do I just go for the Sunsteel Strike that I know is going to take him out? I think I just go for the Sunsteel Strike, because... I think I just go for Sunsteel Strike, or Knockoff is a nice... It's a very nice neutral move here. How much does Knockoff do to him? Knockoff does not do a lot to him. Knockoff does not do a lot to him. Why does Knockoff do so little to this thing? You know what? I'm not going to overpredict. I'm just going to go for the Sunsteel Strike. He stays in. Perfect. That Kyurem is down. That Kyurem is down. Okay. I don't think that the Searing Shot Victini takes down... let's go Modest. Let's max special attack. Scythe, if you're watching this right now, my dude, I'm sorry I'm calcing so much in our battle. It's just... I am really, desperate to win here. Oh my gosh, I hate how desperate I'm coming off. But Searing Shot does nothing to me. It does 20%. And there's no Stealth Rocks up anymore. He actually goes into this thing. Yo, are you Focus Sash? Are you Focus Sash? I'm just gonna go Sunsteel Strike. Okay, what's my win con here, guys? What's my win con? Don't want to make a misplay. I could go out into... because we do live Searing Shot, and well, if we go into Zero Ore, he's choiced. So I will not survive 2 of them. But Araquanid is at 43%, so I should survive 2 with Araquanid. So I should survive 2 of them with Araquanid. Do I even need Solgaleo here? Or do I just let Solgaleo go down? See what happens if Araquanid goes down. If Araquanid goes down, if I switch into Araquanid, and he does get maybe like 2 high rolls, where's that Searing Shot? So max special attack does 20.5, so I should live 2 of them, but if he reads it, goes for an electric type move, then we are not in a good spot. Or the better thing might be to just, if he does read it and he takes down Shauna, I go out into Jacqueline, because I can freely just probably Earthquake or U-turn something there. We don't know anything about this thing. Is he Choice Scarf on 2 Mons? Searing Shot, how much did it do to Gliscor? Searing Shot does 69%, and he will outspeed me. So I don't like that play. I'm going to go out into Araquanid here. These Searing Shots, why did that do more damage than it was supposed to? He's holding a, he must be holding, he can't be. He's got to be holding something that boosts fire type moves. He's 100%. Because it's only supposed to do 20.5% of damage to me. Yeah, I maxed his special attack here. That did more damage than it was supposed to. But you know what? I'm just going to, I guess, let him go down. He actually switches. That's kind of a misplay. It's kind of a misplay. I'm just going to go for the Leech Life. He's probably going to go for Webs here. Knockout does take me out. But his Sash is gone. Sash is gone. I could go out into Gliscor here and U-turn this thing. Let's see. This is Leave Annie. U-turn does a lot to it. He just went for knockoff, right? I could go out into Solgaleo and just go for a Fire Blast. Yeah, that's my best play, is go out to Solgaleo and go for a Fire Blast. He probably reads it and goes out into Victini. How much does Knockoff do to this thing? Knockoff does a decent amount. We should live any one move he goes for, too. Knockoff has a chance to do a lot to the Victini, so I'm just going to go for the Knockoff. There's the Victini. Knockoff takes out the Victini. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. There's the Mega Steelix. Knockoff's not going to do much to this thing. He knows it. I'm going to go out into the Gliscor. Earthquake, I'm immune to that. And because of that, I'm just going to freely set up my own Stealth Rocks here. In case he switches out, Rock Slide does not do too much to me, and I outspeed him with Poison Heal. So I'm just going to go for my own Earthquake here. And do what damage I can to him. We got Stealth Rocks up. This is good. This is good. Heavy Slam does a lot to me. We just lost 50.9% of our health, so it's kind of a roll here. But I really don't need Gliscor anymore. I really don't need Gliscor anymore. So, I'm just going to go for Earthquake. Heavy Slam. It does get the high roll and take me out. So I just go out into Zeraora and just go for a low kick. Actually, I go for Fire Punch, hands down. Alright, Fire Punch. Should take out this Leauge. GG, my dude. GG. Oh my gosh, guys. We were able to come out on top. And I'm so, like, disappointed in myself because, like, I got the win, but, like, at what cost? Because, like, I'm calcing almost every step of the way. So, and I'm just admitting this to you guys, that, like, right here on camera. But you know what? That's me. I am a transparent guy. I don't like to lose, and I also don't like to do this much calcing during battle, but, like, I wanted to win, so I'm disappointed that I had to, you know, calc so much to be able to help me along the way, because I know I calced a lot of this stuff, but for some reason in the heat of the moment, I was forgetting a lot of it. But, you know what? We finally were able to come out with a W. But GG to Scythe. Thank you so much for battling me, my dude. Like I said, the link for his channel, there's no rules against calcing, so it's not like I did anything against the rules. But, like I said, the link for his channel is going to be down in the description, so make sure you guys hit him up. Subscribe to that man. Show him your love and support. If you guys did enjoy this battle, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know if there are any things differently that myself or Scythe could have done to maybe he could have came out on top. Maybe I could have come out with a better differential. Any misplays you think that you potentially saw, make sure you guys definitely go ahead and let us know your thoughts on that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to me and Scythe. Enable notifications. Ring that bell so you won't miss any videos or get notifications as soon as any video goes live on my channel. And last but definitely not least, make sure to follow me on Twitter at MetaMech for more content and updates on the channel. Peace.